Hello ladies and gentlemen, Xcentoro here and welcome back to another video. Hope all of you are doing well as usual. I'm doing great as well. Now, in today's video, we're going to be discussing the E175 rework. So we know this update has been long coming to Infinite Flight Mobile Flight Simulator. And I've got some good news for us all to hear today. Now, we have literally been waiting for months and months for this update to come to your mobile devices. And I'm here to tell you that time has nearly come. Now, like I said, I was anticipating this update to be released around this time. I'm expecting it to be here by the end of September, which is some great stuff to hear for all of you. Now, Infinite Flight have made a few statements in the recent few weeks, but I was just waiting for enough information so I can compile it into one video for you and jam it all down your throats as always. So, the first thing I'm going to confirm for you is the 22.7 update, which is the next update to come to Infinite Flight. The 22.7 will have the E175 in its release. Now that is a cool aircraft tower, control tower. So we're going to have the E175 rework in the next Infinite Flight update. And Infinite Flight on average do release one update every few months with regards to new aircraft. And I know we did have the F-18 quite recently, but as we know, the E175 has been in beta testing for quite some time now. So it is an aircraft which hasn't just been neglected. So I'd imagine during beta testing, the Infinite Flight team came through quite a few issues that we could have had previously in Infinite Flight. I'd imagine there were issues with the controls and everything, as it has taken a while. And again, it's a completely different style of aircraft, you know. They haven't really reworked on an Embraer aircraft such as they have with the Airbus and Boeing, with regards to live cockpits and interior cabins, new reworks and everything. So I suppose the physics are slightly different, which would explain why it's taken slightly longer. Now, another livery also has been confirmed, which is the Alaska Airlines livery. That will be featuring on your brand new E175 rework in the 22.7 update. In their press release, it said the E175 is coming with Infinite Flight 22.7, and Alaska Airlines will be included in a great selection of liveries. So, to me, that indicates they're going to have quite a few liveries to show us. Hopefully, because I did do a few videos talking about the potential liveries coming. I'll leave a link down below if I can remember. And so, as always, this app update will be released when everything is ready. Until then, beta testing and bug fixing continues. So by the sounds of that, there has been a lot of bugs. Now, Infinite Flight have remained relatively quiet, I'd say, with regards to talking about the Embraer. So I would imagine the bugs have been quite severe, like I've been saying. Now, someone did ask, so some of the questions that have been asked is, when are the rest of the E-Series aircraft being reworked? If I said that the E175 and E190 will be reworked in separate cases. Now, they did say something else a bit like this on another post, and they said that the E190 will come in a subsequent release. The reason for this is that much of the model can be shared between the E175 and 190, and it's best to work out all of the bugs before porting them over to the E190. So basically, the E190 update will take much less time than the E175, because basically what they'll do is they'll get the aircraft here as you can see it, and they'll just go from here and they'll just stretch it pretty much, move the wings back, you know, and they'll just do a few basic touches to it. So they've mainly got most of the framework for the E190. That's what they're trying to say. Now, another bit of cool news with the E190 is that a few days ago, I know I haven't really spoken about it, but Infinite Flight did do a livery competition. Now, I don't know if this was to burn some time, you know, to keep the community engaged whilst waiting, if they must have known, or they've had this plan for a while. So it might be both. But either way, it did a good job if they were trying to, you know, keep people occupied off of the E175. I'm not saying that's the reason. Now, basically, they did a livery competition, and anyone in the Discord server, I'm pretty sure, and the Infinite Flight community could enter a livery design of their own. Now, the indeed winner was a Maximilian 1805, and his livery, to be fair, is amazing. Now, when I first saw this livery, I thought it's cooler than pretty much any livery there is. So the name of the aircraft is Cynthia. There's a few welcome messages on it, and it's just some really, really cool things. There's a few different colours, and to me, it screams private jet to me, and that's what I love about it, and I'm pretty sure that was the idea of it. Now, there's some silver tulips on the aircraft wingtips. It's got some special designed registrations. The door frames look really good. I love the fact with like the tulip design. I think it's great, and it just represents so much. Now, it's meant to represent a fresh and elegant feeling, which is made up from a business character who wants to provide for its customers. Like I said, it's a business jet. So I think it's amazing. Hopefully there's a photo above right now if I manage to do it in editing. I was in quite of a rush when recording and editing this video, unfortunately. So that is really cool. And I do think the design in itself is very special and unique. Now, with regards to all of the questions being asked out there, Infoflight have remained relatively quiet on the questions that have been asked, in fact. So I'm not too sure whether they are nearing the end of their beta testing, because it has been in beta testing for quite some time. They announced on the 26th of August, which is maybe 3 weeks ago now. I'm just looking back on the calendar, it's 3.5 weeks ago this aircraft entered beta testing. And I have always told people beta testing does take about a month at least. So I do think we will see this in your mobile devices by the end of this month. So that's some great news for everyone to be hearing. As there are quite a few already confirmed deliveries. You've got the American Eagle, the Alaska Airlines, but that's all I can really find actually. But there has been talk of a few other aircraft. I've forgotten what liveries they are, but they have definitely been confirmed, a few more. Now, hopefully, I'll just show you this as well. I'm hoping this gets sorted out. So you can see with these gates, when the passenger jetways, they don't connect up to the aircraft very well. So I'm hoping that's going to get resolved in the upcoming update. You can see the hydraulic thing coming down here, and it looks pretty cool if you ask me. So while that loads up, we'll just look about the aircraft. So like I said, we're going to get a full interior and many other great things. Now, while I said, Infoflight have remained quiet on the socials, and they tend to do this right before updates, and they do go a little bit quiet. Now, to me, this doesn't mean, yeah, sure, the update's coming now, because what they also got to do is, like I said, with the new livery, which was only literally confirmed a day or so ago, this means they've got to sort this new livery out. They've got to build it and then probably test it as well. So this will take some time. Like I said, with the jetways, the massive gap here, I just don't really like it, and I'm hoping that either gets fixed or something happens to it, because I don't think it looks quite like that in real life. But who knows? Hopefully that will get sorted out as well. And like I said, with catering and everything, all of these doors will open up, and it's going to look really cool. So it's going to be a really, really good update. So if there are any questions that you guys have about the E175 release, I will do my best to answer them down below in the comment sections. So do make sure you do that as well. Now, if you did find this somewhat helpful, please let me know down below, because it does mean quite a lot to me when I'm able to help all of you with stuff like this. So hopefully we will have this soon. Now, another statement that they have put out is on the Infoflight. They have their own website and they have a development timeline. Now, when the development timeline first came out, they kept it updated quite regularly. However, at the moment, it sort of doesn't get that many updates, unfortunately. But as they said, just as one of the many awesome liveries coming to Infoflight, this is about the Alaska Airlines. Apparently, the livery is currently in private beta testing. So it's not public beta testing. So they're using their interior company beta testing, like staff and very well trusted mods. Now, apparently bug fixes again and livery corrections are in full swing. So livery corrections means stuff like the door, which they accidentally had on the wing, which they didn't, which isn't meant to be there, was there, and that's all getting fixed, and a few other stuff like that. Now, with regards to the Alaska Airlines livery, I think there are many other liveries you'll see coming, as I have also stated previously in other videos. Now, there are some very interesting comments, so if you do, like I said, have any questions, please let me down below in the comment section. But other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Good night.
Find your way.